Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If this is your very first time here, let me introduce myself. My name is FiddlinJonny and this is my Fiddle channel and magic product review. And before I do any magic product review, I'll just do a little snippet of a fiddle tune. Today I'm going to do a quick rag, which is, I don't think I've ever done a rag on the channel here. So here we go. This is the Dill Pickle rag. Alright, a rag is always kind of a fun little tune. Anyway, glad that you are here, and I am pumped and excited for what I'm reviewing today because it is called Phoenix by Higar and Hanson Chien, released through Theory 11. Boy, I received this, started playing around with it right away, and man, I'm excited to share what this is exactly with you. So stick around and we'll get right into it. Phoenix by Higar and Hanson Chien, released through Theory 11. Damn, do I like this one. I do. I should bury that, right? Because if, you know, and get into the nitty gritty, but the truth is, damn, this is a great release and I personally really like it. I don't want to sound like a commercial. I want to do a good review for you, but I know that it's going to be a little hard because I just like this one. All right. What the heck is Phoenix? Phoenix may be the best bill penetration with sharp object and being restored. It may be the best one released to date. A lot of times because you can truly put a hole in the dollar bill, restore it, hand it back to your spectator with no switches, and they can keep it and they will not notice anything. That is the beauty of it. And there's no magnets involved here, okay? There's no mirrors involved, no trapdoors, all that sort of stuff. It's just that direct, and I think that's one of the reasons that makes it so good. Okay, so basically what is it? It is a bill penetration and restoration. That's exactly what it is. Maybe I'll probably put a demo at the very end of this, so stick around for the demo at the end of this, or go watch some of the trailers, really good trailers that accurately depict what the spectator will see and feel. So let's just get right into it. You're going to get it in this envelope here, and it's just an envelope, it's not a box. And inside this envelope, you're going to get 32 gimmicks, and you're going to get a link to the tutorial that is 16 minutes in length. So that's what you're getting. 32 gimmicks? 32 gimmicks and 16 minutes of tutorial. So let's talk, oh, I should note, dollar bill not included. You will have to include the dollar bills for this. And specifically, this release is for United States $1 bills. I'll go a little bit later in the review about other bills, other currencies from other countries, and what you can do if that was your desire. All right, so let's talk about the instructions. I'm going to say 3 things about the instructions. First, these instructions are awesome. Secondly, they're awesome. And the third thing, yes, they're awesome. This tutorial is done by Worm. Now, I imagine that's probably not Worm's birth name or anything, but Worm is the person on this who does the tutorial. I've not seen a lot of Worm tutorials. He does an awesome job, really a natural teacher, which I really appreciate. It's shot beautifully, looks gorgeous, and even though it's 16 minutes in length, which I would almost always be critical, that is way too damn short for the amount of money you pay. But in this situation, it covered everything that I needed, hit on subtleties and nuance, which ups the level of performance and the effect. And I think it was really, really good. So I don't have any issues whatsoever with the tutorial. Although it's only streaming, I don't believe it's downloadable. If I'm getting that wrong, go ahead and put that down in the comment section for me and let me know. All right, so most importantly, we should talk about how is the gimmick? Because you're going to get 32 of these gimmicks. Once you use all 32 gimmicks, that's it. You're done. You're going to have to go and get more gimmicks. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But you're getting 32 gimmicks. Each of them is a one-time use. These are, I so wish I could give you exactly what they are and show them to you, but obviously that's not fair. That would be giving away the method. But the gimmicks you will attach to your $1 bill, they are virtually invisible. And I know that's hard to believe, because if you told me, wait, this is a gimmick you attach to your dollar bill, when you're completed, you're handing them your dollar bill with the gimmick still attached. Come on, they're gonna see it, they're gonna feel it. You're kidding no one, FiddlinJonny. I cannot tell you how satisfying it is to hand it to a spectator and to give it to them. It's your dollar bill now, and not be able to see it. Feel it as much as they want, and they don't know that they're touching and feeling the gimmick. I had a situation where I performed it to a group of friends and then revealed to them the method, still could not see or feel it. So some maybe, but not everybody, still couldn't. So that is a great testament to it. Now, as a magician, for me, it's like, oh my God, I can see that a mile away. I might show you some of the bills here in a second, and you're going like, are you kidding me? That's so easy to see. It's stunning to me, but yes, spectators just don't understand. And they don't have a concept of how it might be done. And so they just don't see and they don't feel it. That tells you how good this gimmick is. It is specially made. You're not going to be able to go and buy it off the shelf at your local craft store. These are clearly specially made. I don't know exactly what the material is, but it does the job. Yeah, so the gimmick's great. And they're each one-time use, which I mentioned. And that's it. It does take about 1 minute to set up the gimmick. So you will have to set up your bill in advance of the performance. That will take about 1 minute to do. The next natural question, could I set it up in front of my spectator? The answer is no. Could I reset? No, you don't reset because you can't reuse the gimmick. I have, however, punctured a bill. Let's see if I can even find which one it is. And I've performed with the bill twice. So I punctured it on this side, and this is the actual bill, and I punctured it on this side. So I've used it, one bill, 2 performances, and yeah, people just don't see it. And it's fully restored. I could hand this out to them, and they could keep it if they desired. All right, so I will say there's one thing about the gimmick or performance is that I should say the caveat. Results may vary. I found that lighting conditions affected this. The brighter the room I was in, it felt like I certainly could see the gimmick much more clearly in a brightly lit room. And I think it ups the ante just a little bit that maybe your spectator might begin to see it. But the way the $1 bill is designed and the way the gimmick is designed, it should be almost invisible. So I can't tell you more than that. So lighting conditions may affect a little bit, so that's something for you to consider. But I performed it in both bright light and dim light. I prefer the dimmer light rather than the brighter light. But I performed it in bright light and people still didn't see it. I could, but others, lay people do not see it. And they can't feel it. They can touch and rub it all they want. They won't know that it's there. They don't know that they're touching it. Also, I found that sometimes when you, on this one, I know this one that's just gimmicked on one side, I penetrated the hole on this side here, and then I hand it to the spectator, and ironically, they go to this end of the bill and try to understand, there is no hole there, even though, of course, I never punctured a hole there. I punctured it on this side. I'm, of course, not going to correct them because it just amplifies it, but some of you might occasionally have that experience too when you turn it over in a certain way and they go to the wrong side of the bill. But that just, again, is another testament, like, they just can't see it. They don't notice it. It's not obvious. Okay, so that's my one downfall, is that lighting conditions may affect it. You may be able to see it and think you won't be able to get away with it. Trust me, you will. I will add that this is designed only for, or sold only for this version for US $1 bills. They don't recommend you use it for other bills other than a 1. I, of course, am a rebel and used and performed it with a 20, and I'll show the 20 up close, and I should bring the 1 up close too. On this 20, this is gimmicked, punctured, and restored. I'm pretty confident you might not even be able to see where that is at. Here's a 1, exact same thing. This is what it's recommended for. I believe this is the best based upon how it's designed. And again, you may or may not be able to see the gimmick. If you have the gimmick, you probably can see it, but maybe not. All right, so they don't teach any bill switches because you don't need to do a bill switch, because you can hand it right back to folks. All right, what's the skill level on this? It is clearly beginner. It's basically self-working. There are no sleights in this. There's no fancy moves, anything of that nature. I would say, and let me humble myself in terms of my own experience. Once the gimmick is on and it's applied to the backside, when I first bring out the bill to begin the performance, want to be able to show the backside of the bill. I have been so fearful when I show the bill that they'll see the gimmick, and obviously I have to hide my hands when I'm showing it, that I feel like I've shown the bill really fast and switch back to the front side. That is a me problem, not a spectator problem, and it's about confidence. And I think for me, the more I performed it, the more confident I've got with showing the back of the bill and being able to turn it around and not creating suspicion when I feel like I'm turning it really quickly. I feel like it raises concerns. Just stick with it. Build the confidence. You'll be fine. I definitely, despite, performing, all the time, I still get nervous sometimes that, like, oops, I'll flash what's going on there. So anyway, that's some of my experience there. All right, but it is beginner level. Normally I talk about like the pros and the cons, and I think I've covered most of those things already. I do think this is one of my favorite tricks this year so far. Well, I don't think it is one of my favorite tricks. All right, so this is only sold for US, this Phoenix, through Theory 11 for US $1 bills. If you live in another country and you're watching this, you can go to Hanson Chien Productions, and there they do sell a version for other currencies. And there you can find it for Euro, Chinese, Korean, Malaysian, Singapore, for those currencies. Maybe there's more coming in the future. But for those, you wouldn't buy this one. You'd go to their webpage to get that version. It doesn't work like with polymer bills if you're in a country with the polymer polymer bills. All right, who's gonna like this? Well, your spectator's gonna like it. If you're like me, you'll like it. But more than anything else, I think folks who like organic, everyday objects that love EDC, you're going to like this. If you're somebody who likes to be able to hand your spectator the magical thing that you have at the end, this is great for you. You can hand them the dollar, it's theirs to keep forever. I think it's great for close-up performance. So if you're performing for just your friends, if you're performing in walk around, any sort of casual environment, it's great. Probably not great for stage and parlor because you'd be too far removed. So I think it's best in the close-up experience. All right, let's talk about the cost. In the United States, it is $49.95. Because the gimmicks that you get, and you get 32 of them, and they're one-time use, that comes out to $1.56 per performance. So it's up to you whether that's the right price for you or not. I can tell you, me personally, I'm just going to keep buying these. I like it that much and anticipate I'll probably be doing this for years to come. That's how much I like this. So I don't know if they intend to sell refills at a certain point at a different price point or not. But that's what I know at this point in terms of that's what the cost is. But I personally think, like, for me, that's a reasonable cost. All right, that's Phoenix. I hope you can get the level of excitement. I know I will be performing this for a long time because I love that I can penetrate the bill, show that it actually is ripped, and then restore it and without just hand it right to them. It's as simple as that. You can't get more direct than that. All right. Thank you so much for watching here. I really do appreciate it. Leave a comment down below if you purchased it and maybe there was something I missed, something you think that's important for your spectator or for, our magic community to know. Leave a comment on that, or just leave a comment to say hello, hi, and how do you do. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button. And of course, like this video. It always helps with the algorithms for it to get promoted. And I appreciate it. So thank you for doing that. All right, everyone. I'm FiddlinJonny. And remember to keep fiddling around with your magic. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this dollar bill here. And could you take your hand, and I want you to, let's take your right hand, hold that, squeeze it, hold it, take your left hand, wrap it around that hand so it's solid. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our dollar bill here, and I'm going to pierce. Now you can see that really is going through there, okay?
I felt it.
Okay, all right, good. There, I'm going to take that up. And just to prove, like you can see behind here, like the green, I can wave my hand. You can actually see that it's a real hole. Okay, watch closely. What we're going to do here, you can go ahead and put your hand down and watch closely. I'm going to go ahead and just start to rub this. Just so we're clear, we're not like holding anything. We're not like... We'll just rub this. I think you can begin to see that. If the camera will follow me, I'm going to bring it over here too. So you can see it over in this light here. Here's what I want you to do. Take your finger and rub that. See if there's no hole there. You can turn it over. No hole there.
Feel like there was a hole?
Nope.
Turn it over.
There's a line from where it was folded.
But there's no hole?
No.
No hole. Yeah, there we go.
What the? What happened?
All right. Thank you. There's a quick demo.